Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Well, that took longer than I expected, but I'm that much closer to getting my smile back. Um, it's a process. What could I say? It's a process and it's going to take time. It takes as long as it takes, but eventually we'll get there. And then I'll look just like Martha Ray on those old Polydent commercials. That's what I told the dentist today. I said, Doc, can you make me look like Martha Ray on those old Polydent commercials? So he said, yeah, we'll get you as close as possible. Um, but yeah, it's a lot of time, trouble, and of course, as usual, expense. Hello, Petal. I see Petal's here. And who else? Church Nelly. Hi. Emerald Derek, Nubian Queen, Black Queen. Thank you so much. I'm gonna put that toward my smile. Oh man, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Yes, I'm gonna put that toward my smile. Um, I love when he says, "You are flossing, right?" You know, it takes everything I have not to say. At this point, does it even matter? Yeah, I am. Now, certain areas I floss, with the waxy thread, and then other areas, I swear I could use a pencil, a number two screwdriver, whatever. It's a oh man. So I what could I say? The pandemic has given me a way out of certain social situations, but not that I'm embarrassed. I mean, it takes a lot to embarrass me. But yeah, so if anybody asks you, yes, I floss. Uh Whether or not I think it makes a big difference at this point, but just for the heck of it, yes, I am. Hello, Elaine Parker. Sorry to keep you up so late. Thank you for the super sticker and thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Oh, and you're a member too. And so is Black Queen is a member. Thank you so much, you all. Anyway, um, I'm in the mood to be a little messy today. Just for the heck of it. Not that I got it in for anybody, but just to be a little messy anyway. Just to say I did, you know what I mean? Um, or as Mom's Mabley would say, old but clean. I used to love to hear Mom's Mabley say that, old but clean. Oh, am I showing my age that I'm a Mom's Mabley fan? That nobody could put it like Mom's Mabley. Speaking of which, yeah, Mom's Mabley would take the upper and lower plate out during her comedy routines just to get into character. So how appropriate that I should channel Mom's Mabley today. Oh, Mary, you like Mom's Mabley too, huh? Oh, cool. Oh, you remember? Okay, let me see. Diane Hawkins remembers Mom's Mabley. Mom's Mabley used to say, what was that with the other one? She would say, I know I've said it on Royal Sussex before. She says, let me see. Oh, when she would talk about her hair, she'd say, I'm part Indian and the beauty parlor take care of the rest. Oh, those were very politically incorrect times. I'm part Indian and the beauty parlor takes care of the rest. Now, you know that's a classic. Anyway, that's enough of all that Who Shot John. Let me get into character at this point because I got work to do. So, thank you all for waiting for me today. I listened to Pedo earlier today and Miss VSN, and I listened to who else? Oh, yeah. Um, I listened to Anne today to Duchess of Success. So, you guys had plenty to keep you busy, I'm sure. Let me see here. Just one more thing I need to do as I stall for time. Well, I'm not really stalling. I'm just getting myself into character. Hello, Annie Bullard, Church Nellie, Pam Porter. Oh, I know. That's what I need to do. I was going to do the thing of use the troll spray. Yep, I had got myself all ready for it and then got a little sidetracked. And Pedo, I think I'm going to follow your lead and just go back 1 week. I was doing a month, as you know, but 1 week seems to work. So, subscribers, duration 1 week, and that's that troll spray. That's how you get rid of them jokers. You use that little troll spray, and they can't handle it. All right. All right, so that works. Oh, by the way, trolls, remember if you want to have the opportunity to harass and try to deflate us, which by the way, I saw a thumbnail yesterday that was for uh, a Deranger channel, and they used a thumbnail of one of our faves, not a real thumbnail, but just part of it. Anyway, I listened to this individual. I'm just like, wait a minute, that's not that other, you know. Well, I'll just say it. They used Tina and Michelle's like, thumbnail, and I'm like, oh no. Anyway, it's amazing that all this time that Tina and Michelle hasn't been on consistently, and this individual is still like talking about them, and I'm just like, they haven't been on for a while. Well, that was one of the things they mentioned is that they hadn't been on anyway. So when something like that happens, guys, clear, I mean, do it. Go to your YouTube and clear your history, and that will prevent those rogue channels from popping up. Because even if you accidentally click on it, then it's going to tell the algorithm, oh, they might like this. Well, if you want to avoid those hate channels, like as I always say, Neil, Sean, Neil, I could never remember which name comes first. That never pops up on my channel. Um, Lady C never pops up because I go to the history immediately and knock them right back out. So when you do that, then they won't be drawn to your channel. So anytime something like that pops up, make sure that hey, Legs, I got a message about you, so I had to go in there and manually throw you back in here. I don't know how you were not blocked, but as I've said, you guys, sometimes without explanation, sometimes people cannot get through. And so, our usual people, upon instructions from one of our star moderators, I have to go in there and manually insert them into the account so that won't happen again. But without any explanation, for some reason, Legs was not able to comment. So I don't know what happened, but the good thing is I was able to fix it. So whenever that happens, you guys do let Lydia, Church Nelly, or one of the moderators know that, hey, you know me, I'm one of the usuals. This happened to me, so make sure you blah blah blah, and we'll take care of it because sometimes people are blocked by mistake, but generally speaking, it just sometimes it may be on your side of the count. And since we're on the subject, okay. Oh gosh, I forget which subscriber it is, but someone said that the live chats are not on the replay. Um there is you if you're on your cell phone, you have to go up to the middle there and find that little thing that looks like a little book. It's a little button that looks like a book. And you go up there and you tap that, and then the chat still may not show up. So then you have to go to that red line where it shows you the time. Skip ahead, and it should pop up. I know it's a lot of trouble, but see, when they change these apps, they get a little glitchy. Yeah, when they change these apps, they get a little glitchy. B10, you got blocked? How did that happen? Recently? I mean, I just noticed that you haven't been on for a while, but I usually think that you're working or something. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, well, I don't know how that happened. Well, like I said, sometimes it may not be on my end. It may be something to do with someone else's, but it does happen. So I do apologize. But as I was saying, sometimes when they change these apps, there are little glitches in the system where as they're, putting in the menu or such, they leave out little parts or some things just don't work as well as they should. Now, when you update your phones, like I hope you guys do update your phones or electronic devices, when you update them, a lot of times that will take care of those glitches. But when you get that notification that says, oh Lord, what have I started now? Oh, yes, thank you, Sean. The AI, the artificial intelligence, is blocking people, but it may not be exactly the way you think it is. So sometimes we may accidentally do something with our apps and sabotage ourselves. I don't want to victim blame, but that is possible. And to me, the notification, the bell icon looks too much like the the notifications, to well, to subscribe and the you know what I'm saying, that bell, I think those bells mean two different things at different times. And that can cause confusion where you unsubscribe yourself. So anyway, you guys, I don't want to drag this out too much about that, but if there is the possibility that you have been blocked on our end, just please let us know and we will try to fix it as soon as possible. So, as you can see, there has been a very happy ending. Legs is back in, and now I couldn't get rid of Legs if I wanted to. So, now now I'm stuck with Legs. So, yes, yeah, and that's right. You tell them. Don't forget, you guys. Make sure you do that. Okay, so enough about that. I guess I think we're good. Let me see. What was I about to do? Hmm. Huh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. 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 I know. Now streaming. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Now streaming. Y'all can hear that click, and I can't type worth nothing. Okay. Let me see. B10. I didn't realize. I just thought you were busy. How did you get like? I don't know. Sorry. But usually when I go back to check to see if the person who says they may have been blocked is blocked, I don't see it as blocked. Oh, yeah, Pedal, you have to check it every so often. Sometimes when you're on the live and you're trying to, click on these, what do you call it, on the comments, I just think certain functions are not clearly defined or they're too close together, and that can be a problem. And then sometimes it has nothing to do with you. It may be it may be the AI. Yes, yes, I picked your pardon too. Oh man. Wow. Okay. So let me let me get my slides up, which I was working on up to the very absolute last moment. Okay. So anyway, as I was saying, what a day, what a day. So tomorrow, I think I'm gonna yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna start a little later tomorrow. Not sure exactly what time, but it won't be this late because I have a meeting with my aunt tomorrow. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Uh, uh, uh. Hello, Lorna. Oh, perfect. There we go. All right, you guys. So I got a message today. Sussex Lime, Sussex Lime, Sussex Timeline. What am I saying? Sussex Lime. See, maybe I need a drink or something. That's probably what it is. Maybe I want a margarita. Sussex Lime. Okay, Sussex Line. Wait, there I go again. SussexTimeline.com is increasing accessibility of our site for deaf, hearing impaired, and non English readers. We look forward for a transcriber to record all audio and video of every spoken word that Harry and Meghan have said in public, an archivist to create digital archives, minimal technical skills needed. Well, after trying to get that out, I think I have effectively eliminated myself. The last thing the Sussex timeline need is me hemming and hawing my way through anything. So I'm going to imagine that this applies to just about anybody but me. Elmer Fudd would be better at helping them than I would. Foghorn Leghorn would be more appropriate to help them better than I could. So I am going to just remove myself from that thing because ain't nowhere in the world I need to be sitting up here hemming and hawing everything. that would that would defeat the purpose, wouldn't it? And then, of course, knowing me, at some point, I would probably start talking about Europe. So, yeah, I'm going to eliminate myself. But you guys, if you have the applicable skills, please do get in touch with them. Now, there is a link. There is a link on the Royal Sussex Community tab. So go to the Community tab and hit that link, and it'll take you there. So it's the last thing I posted. Well, the second to last thing I posted on the community tab. So you shouldn't have to go back too far to find it. And as I'm talking, perhaps I will put it over here as well. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think I should do that now before I forget about it. All right, Nubian Queen, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. And happy Tuesday to you. Uh, I mean, but if I am needed to help with the Sussex Squad timeline, I will hem and haw my way through it. It's just, you gotta have to listen or read everything twice for me to really convey the message. But I'll help, or maybe I'll help by just not helping. But yes, there are some of you all who will be amazing at that. So I recommend that you all lend your talents to the Sussex Squad timeline so that the Sussexes will have a chance to tell their story in their own voices and with, of course, our very detailed receipts and archives, right? Right. Okay. So there it is. I am going to what am I? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to peg it. I'm going to peg that at the top. Okay. There we go. All right. So there it is. Now you know how to do it. Okay. So hello, Jacuzzi. Bonsoir to you too. Très bien. Um, what else is it? Sacré-Cœur, Champs-Élysées. You know, and a little yogurt. Yes. Yes, there you go. Oh yeah. Right? Right? It is amazing. I love that. I think it's a brilliant idea because we need the to have records. We have to have these records so that whenever necessary, if there's something that needs to be disputed or if we need to set the record straight, it is there. So I'm embarrassed to say I haven't used it as a resource quite often, but I need to get comfortable with it so I can know how to find stuff when I need it. Can't depend on Google and such. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to change my name to my actual name. Well, my actual first name anyway. So you guys look for Dominica. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice. Now you know I'm not gonna remember Anastasia, so you still gonna have to remember me. Uh, you know I ain't gonna remember. I'm sorry to say I can be a bit absent-minded. You know I'm suffering from sometimers. Sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. Compton Cali gal, hello. Baron, Tisa have informed information that Prince Harry is, I mean, has investigators looking into. Really? Really? Now, I am curious about that. I am. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see. We'll see. I will look out for that. I promise. I will look out for that, but I wouldn't get too excited about that. But we'll see. Okay. Yeah. Let me see here. Oh, did I do that one? Yes, that one's me. Oh, I haven't scrolled for quite some time. Let me. Oh, I need to get all. Oh, hello, cookies and cream. Oh, I was way behind, wasn't I? You know, it's weird for me to say I'm a little behind. It's almost redundant. If you could see the situation. Oh, okay. Let me see here. Well, you know, I gotta I need to see more. I need to see more because if that was the case, I kind of think that we wouldn't hear about it so soon. So yeah. I don't know. Okay, you guys, let's move on. So, check this out. Um, when those other people are about to go somewhere or about to do something that they think is big, you know, it usually ends up being just a bunch of crickets, right? Well, here you have what is the name of that paper up there? Wait, I got to do this so I can see it. Oh yeah, the Virginian Pilot. Have you guys even heard of that newspaper, the Virginian Pilot? Well, we've heard of CNA. What is that? I don't even know what that one is. But Princess what? Prince Harry, Meghan to visit UK, Germany in September. UAE news. And what is that? The Sowetan Vanity Fair. Look at all these news agencies that are excited to mention that the Sussexes are going to the UK and to Germany. I was like, wow. I mean, this has really picked up steam. Now, most of these are from yesterday. Um, oh, by the time it reached Asia, it was the 14th, I think. No, no, no. It would have. Oh no, it started in Asia on the 14th, and by the time okay, I'm looking at that for. Oh, not the 14th. It's 14 hours. All right, not the 14th. Okay, so and then take a look at this. Take a look at this. It's even more. I mean, I was just like, well, I shouldn't say I was amazed. I mean, I would expect as much, but you know, this doesn't happen for other people in the family. When it's the only thing that's gotten big news about an event for that family is either about the Sussexes or it was the Platinum Jubilee. That's it. What other big event in the royal family has garnered as much attention as the Sussexes? Only the Platinum Jubilee. Nothing else I can think of. Not the Queen's birthday, not even when the Queen was stricken by the pandemic. None of that was as widely announced as the Sussexes going to the supermarket. That is big news. I mean, look at this. Saudi Gazette. I didn't even know there was a paper called the Saudi Gazette. MTV English News. What else? The Hill. Huffington Post. What is that? ENT. And then, of course, the Peninsula, Qatar. They are alerting people in Qatar about the Sussexes going to the UK. Let's see, legs. Baron, have you noticed that they consistently want to embiggen the Queen when they mention the Sussexes? They always have to relate it to the Jubilee. I don't see them changing even after this visit. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. They hitch everything to the Sussexes just so that people will read it. That's the only way to make that happen. And by this constant barrage of negativity and bad news, they are really shooting themselves in the foot. If they would be fair and civil with the Sussexes, then maybe they would have been given access. But because of the contentious relationship with these tabloids and news agencies, they have been shut out. And so when the Sussexes announce something, it usually happens far away from the royal rotor. But yeah, they need to have the Sussexes even to make the Queen's story interesting. So, like I said, it's either Meghan and Harry, the Jubilee, or nothing. Nothing really matters. Like, for instance, there was no big splash about Tweedledee and Tweedledum, old bed knobs and broomsticks. There was no big splash about them coming to the United States. You couldn't even hardly pay people to hear about it. So, wow, that's it speaks volumes. It really does. But I ain't through yet. There's another one here. So, oh gosh, what is that one up there? Let me see. Oh yeah, TOI World News. I don't even know what is that. And then Sun.mv News. I don't know what country that is. Well, the Associated Press, USA Today, and Channel 24 where, right? Channel 24, even Channel 24 is talking about it. And if you translate it from Germany, I mean from German, right there you have Duchess Meghan and Prince Harry are honored for their social commitment as the British Daily Mail reports. The couple and their joint Archwell Foundation will be awarded the whatever that. Yeah, okay, I got this. Habji Abdul Ralph, or is it Ralph Award, Service Award. This honors her commitment to refugees from Afghanistan. Well, I think when it was translated, it kind of messed it up. It should be there, but it says her. Support for the nonprofit organization Human First Coalition. So, I mean, the Sussexes are just big news. uh Vogue Arabia, right? ABC News, they're going to Germany and to Britain. And well deserved, I would say. Yes, they are the most influential couple in the world today. Yeah. Sean says, God said, I will make your name great and mighty in the land. Harry Meghan is the perfect. It's the perfect for letting God fight your battles. Come on, Sean, with the prayers, with the testimony. The Jubilee was a dud. The only thing the UK press was talking about was, are they coming or not? Yes, that. You know what, Joyce? You're absolutely right. It was mostly about them, wasn't it? They in order to make people even aware of it, they had, yes, even with that. Wow, I don't know how I let that slip my mind. You're so right about that. So right. Okay. All right. So let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that. I was wondering what I hit next. And that's Forces News. Again, Meghan and Harry are going to an event in Germany next month. They mentioned the UK like dead last. Um, yeah, they're going to go to Invictus game in Germany. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex appearance in Dusseldorf will come in the middle of their. Yeah, they put that first and put the UK last. That's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, I hate to say it, but the next time Betty makes big news, well, you already know what that's going to be. The next time there's big news about Betty, it will be that news about Betty. And then, of course, Charles will, go through his period, and and then there'll be a coronation, probably. Well, yeah, just so you guys know, the coronation will likely be a year after, or the following summer after the transition of power. That's probably when the coronation will take place, but it won't be anything immediate. And when that does happen, Charles effectively and officially will become king. And it only took over 70 years for it to happen, but that will probably be, a year later. So um, it's going to be an interesting transition. And then after that, it's going to be, oh, well, he's finally got there. He's finally done it. And then there will be very little conversation about it. The only thing that people will dwell over is, are the Sussexes coming or not? Just like Joyce just said, it really is going to come down to, are the Sussexes coming or not? Wow, that is sad, though. It really is. That is sad. The way, the fact that it's like that. Sheila, I was just talking about you, sort of, kind of, maybe. The chats are there, but it is kind. I tried to find the chats myself, and there's a little icon in the middle at the top of the phone, and you have to do that, and then you have to go and try to scroll, not scroll, but move that red line left and right, and the chat should pop up. But yeah, it lags and it's kind of hard to find, and I do apologize for that. But yeah, it's just the way they got it set up. But anyway, thanks for being here. The Jubilee or I'm sorry, the Jubilee went straight by with Commonwealth folks. Let me see. No one knew they will be moving on after Queenie. Oh, yeah, that's true. They have been asking for the head of the Commonwealth to rotate amongst countries for years. Yeah, and the Queen campaigned heavily to make sure that Charles was the next one. And I remember that, and people were not excited about that. Okay, so Meghan Markle is an original thinker, says charity supporter. She is extremely bright. Well, this is from 2016, November 2016. And remember, it wasn't until November 2017 before we found out that there was a wedding. Now, I believe the Sussexes met in 2016, and then the engagement was officially announced in November of 2017. So I really adjust everything in life according to the Sussex calendar. It's just out of habit. I'm like, oh yeah, when that happened, I was such and such and such and such. So in the small print there, it says, when the cameras stop rolling, suit star Meghan Markle is off and running to support one of her many humanitarian causes. Now, let me see what magazine this is, in case you guys want to go and look up the story for yourself, because I only have this one, well, 2, 3 paragraphs here. When the cameras start rolling, Sue star Meghan Markle is off and running to support one of her many humanitarian causes. And the LA born actress who has captured the heart of Prince Harry is being praised for her intelligence and compassion by those who have met her through One Young World, a UK based charity that gathers together the brightest young leaders from around the world, empowering them to make lasting connections to create positive change. The actress who has just wrapped up her filming the latest season of Suits is a counselor for the organization. Now, remember, Sussex Calendar. She's has been a counselor since 2014, and this article is from November 21st, 2016. So I didn't know that people realized that they were dating at that point. But again, I didn't hear anything about it until um, after Thanksgiving in 2017. That was the first I had heard about it. So shows you how out of touch I was with things. Let me see. So yeah, if you guys want to see this article, let me look all the way up there at the top and see where did this come from. Oh yeah, it was people.com. So yeah, if you want to find the actual if you want to find the actual, did I tell y'all I want to help with the Sussex Squad timeline? The actual. Oh, yeah, I probably won't do any translations. I'll leave it to the rest of y'all to do that. The Ashiko. Lord have mercy. What is wrong with me today? The Ashiko. Anyway, the Ashiko. I'm just kidding now. The actual, if you want to find the original story, just look at the top of the page there. If you Google that title that you see at the top, I promise you, you will find it if you Google that. So if you Google Meghan Markle is an original thinker, says charity supporter, she is extremely bright. I promise you, you'll find this article. So I'm not even going to link it. That's all you have to do. Google that title and you will find it. I do that all the time when I see like something that has been, screenshot like that and I want to find it. It will search out those words in that order and you will find it. I promise. And I'm being quite ashical. I have just invented a new word tonight, ashical. All right. Oh, I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do. Um, Here we go. Bonjour des pays barons squadis et les amis vostos of votus. Yes. Well, hello and good evening to you, Charlotte. Bonjour, bonasera, bonsoir, um, bonus noches to you too. And by the way, I have created a new word. It's called ashiko. It is. Oh man. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte says. Okay, there we go. Well, somebody's an unhappy camper, huh? Somebody is quite upset, I think. Legions of fans wish Princess Anne happy birthday, says Daily Express. It got 14 retweets. Hello? Is this thing working? Did you all hear what I just said? Legions of royal fans wish Princess Anne happy birthday, says Daily Express. It got 14, count them now, 14 retweets. When I post anything about Princess Meghan or Prince Harry, I get hundreds. Meghan and Harry should become the alternative, then default royal family like Cambridge over Oxford. 14, a whopping 14 retweets? 14. Oh, I'd be embarrassed. I'd be totally embarrassed if that happened to me. 14, I get more retweets than that. 14 retweets. Oh, whoa. How do you, I mean, that's embarrassing. That is ashico. That is ashico. That is ashico embarrassing. 14 retweets. A whopping 14 retweets. Okay. And then there's this. Why should Harry and Meghan schedule their lives around birthdays, PR, photo ops, and anniversaries of these lame and lazy tax thieves? Learn to live with the fact that your faves do not matter. Hello. Taking attention away from Princess Anne's birthday, they could have announced it tomorrow. Why would they? It only got 14 retweets. Why bother? Whenever they announced it, it only got 14 retweets. So what's the point? That's embarrassing. Anne has been considered the hardest working member of the family for years, only to get 14 retweets. Educate you too. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Happy Tuesday to you, and thank you ever so much for watching Royal Sussex. Well, anyway, yesterday was Princess Anne's birthday, and it was also Maxine Warder's birthday. Well, Princess Anne got a whopping 14 retweets when it was tweeted, and well, that's just the way it is. I mean, I don't know. They should have threw Harry and Meghan in there. If you want people to notice, you got to throw Harry and Meghan in there. Let me see. Well, I'm just kidding. Don't throw them in there. Try to build up your own popularity. Hello, Joseph Berno. Or the can. Well, let me see. Can she? Can well? Let me. No, I don't think that would work either. But yeah, she needs to do something. I mean, ugh. Anyway, who cares what happens to Annie? All right, you guys, move on. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm just in a petty mood tonight. So Angela Bassett just turned 64 years old. Angela Levin is somewhere between 55 to 62 years of age, according to someone on social media. Nobody knows her real age, but I think Angela Bassett is actually a little older than her. Well, talk about a contrast. What a contrast. I mean, you have the very youthful Angela Bassett in comparison to Angela Latrine. And I know people say those comparisons are not fair, but I'm not in a charitable mood ever when it comes to, Angela Latrine. Let's see. Lex says, at least that is a fortnight. Thank you for that. All right. So, there you have it. There's Angela with the heavy studio makeup compared to Angela Bassett, who is also very well made up for the occasion. So, just to be fair, I wanted to make sure that I used the contrast of both of them having been probably readied by a professional makeup artist. And of course, as they say, recollections may vary, or individual results may vary, or, as they say on a box of cereal, some products may have settled during shipment, but the weight and volume is still the same. That's what they say on the box of cereal. Okay, so then let's be fair with the hand beneath the chin. Now that is a glam photo of Angela Latrine on the right, and on the left, Angela Bassett. Well, that's how they appear when they have those, touched up photos with the hand beneath the chin and everything. Classic pose. And then there's the glaring obvious fact that no matter what you do with Angela Levin, I still say she is the love child of Mr. Magoo. There's no part of her that I don't see Mr. Magoo. I cannot unsee Mr. Magoo. That is the spawn, the love child, the seed of Magoo. She has Magoo all in her DNA. And I don't know where she got that little ratty brown wig from. And if that's not a wig, that just makes the situation even worse. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, the love child of Mr. Magoo. And then, of course, if that is the love child of Mr. Magoo, I know she writes about her actual mother, but then we also know the other side of her DNA comes directly from the troll doll collection. So, like father, like mother, like mother, like father. This is actually a hybrid of Mr. Magoo's amorous night of unbridled passion with a troll doll. And what do you get from that? Angela Levin. I told you I was in the mood to be kind of petty. I'm just feeling petty. So, let me see here. Now, do you guys I told you guys I had a theory about this picture sometime before that when this photo was taken, Angela, who wants people to know that she's just a people person, when she saw a black person taking a photo, I got a feeling she probably did a somersault into a split and slid under a table and did a handstand to get in position. Don't it look like she just ran up and jumped into that photo? Oh, are you taking a photo? I want to be in it. You can tell that she made a heck of a move to get there and get in place to take that photo. I bet she was so pleased with herself. I bet she was so pleased with herself. Now, I don't know who the other young lady is in the photo, but if she ever does anything in life, Angela is going to write a book about her. So this is going to be her ticket into um well, okay, that makes sense. You're right. If you're taking the photo and Angela Levin tries to get into the photo with you, you know what to do, right? This is what you do.
Police! 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 Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
That's what you do when Angela Levin runs up and wants to jump into a photo with you. You have to call for help. You have to call for help. It just makes sense. It just makes sense. Let me see. Let me see. Because Megan take a lot of photos because Megan is an oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because Megan takes a lot of photos because Megan is an actress. She's a Hollywood actress, and Megan always gets what she wants because she's a Hollywood actress. I have not seen her on anything in quite some time, and I don't miss that face either. Ugh, ugh. well, for sure, Charlotte, for you is les police, right? Les police. Oh man, I would love to hear him yelling les police, les police. Let me see. Angela, your NAACP card is in the mail. Not. She probably will check her mailbox every day to see if she's got one coming. Okay, you guys, let's move on here. Now, I did not know this was a thing. Little Mermaid star Halle Bailey reveals how she faced racism over Disney role. I did not know that this was a thing. Social media posts asked Disney to stop casting black people as our white princesses. Now, you know that's MAGA people, right? You know that that is the MAGA people that's doing that. And that's so sad that it is some old troll, some old white lady troll sitting in her parlor somewhere on her computer sending out stuff like this. You can always trace stuff like that back to MAGA. And lastly, today, um, I love this United States Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson at the Lincoln Memorial. Annie Leibovitz, who actually did like a photo of the Queen. Remember that time? Annie Leibovitz took a photo of Her Majesty the Queen. Well, that turned into like a big weird situation that got BBC in trouble. Look at these beautiful photos. Look at that. I love, love, love this. Now, the one on the right, I had to crop it so that it would fit, but I absolutely love these photos. I think they are beautiful. She looks beautiful. I love the coats. I mean, it's just like, okay, fall is coming. If you ain't got your winter coat on, now is the time to start thinking about it. You have to go to Vogue so you can find the actual labels for those. I don't have them available, but I love the photos and I think they're very dramatic. There's a certain warmth that comes from them. So, thought I would share that with you guys tonight. Uh, are you guys still tripping on Angela Latrine? I look over there. Thank you, Lydia. I look over there. Y'all are still going in on Angela Latrine. Ah, oh man, you all are so funny. Mm, okay, let me see what I have next here. All right, so this gets a little delicate. This gets a little delicate. I can't use it because it's all alleged. This was Kaiser from Celebici actually retweeted this. I'm a reporter at the BBC, and it is common knowledge that blank had an affair. All right, and oh, it continues. Let me see. It was trending on Twitter a few weeks ago that it is because he likes to get pegged, which is true. But the real tea is that back in 2019, when rumors about the affair started to spread, blank had blank press office basically throw Meghan under the bus to save blank. They fed untrue negative stories about Meghan to the tabloids in return for the tabloids not printing anything about blank's affair. It's not the first time blank. Well, he. Okay, I can say that person cheated either. He cheated with a banker during the first pregnancy. All of this is alleged, of course. He's very petty and unpleasant in person. Huh? Right? Yes. Uh-huh. Merci, c'est gentil. Mm-hmm. So what y'all think of that? Now that was retweeted by Kaiser of Celebici. And of course, that was that was all the license I needed to share it with you guys. And in an unrelated event, somebody decided to create a magazine cover HRH, Princess of Wales. And of course, that looks very different from, anybody else who's likely to be Princess of Wales anytime soon. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to prepare us for a change, a change, you know. I don't know. But it's going to get interesting. It's going to get interesting. Let me see. We know it's okay. I didn't say it. A reporter that tells the truth, amazing. Let me see. B10 Powell says, I have always said it that William is a chief villain behind the nasty press against Meghan and Prince Harry. Yeah, it seems like he's the architect. I mean, it does seem glaringly obvious that it comes from KP, and who's ever in charge of KP is likely the culprit. Rohini says several British newscasters have said that the palace swapped stories, and usually Harry were the sacrificial lamb. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, somebody, and maybe it's because the Sussexes have limited engagements and, rather than repeat the same stuff over and over again, maybe they are desperate to want to tell this story because just imagine how it would drive up their revenue if they ever were able to tell the story in the way that we suspect the story would go. That's all I'm saying. If they ever were able to tell that story in the way that we suspect it is, just imagine what would happen. They would make a lot of money, that's for sure. Anyway, I want to thank the Mod Squad, Church Nellie, Lydia Washington, Mo Shannon, Anastasia Isabella, let me see, Sherry Ware, Anna Espinoza, Cookies and Cream, Black Queen, Sean, and Diana Hawkins. Thank you all for being the best team of moderators I know in the business. In the business. Let me see. The word on the aristocratic streets is that Willie has moved on from Rosie to lawyer in London. Really? Wow. Well, at the rate he's going, he's going to need to lawyer up. Oh, I wonder if he took his accessories, wink, wink. I wonder if he took all the accessories with him. I wonder if he has like a little travel case full of accessories with, changeable accessories. That's all I can say about that. Let me see. Naomi says, yeah, we know they used William's affair with alleged affair with Rose Hansberry, and Meghan's squeaky clean image was sacrificed to cover Willie's affair, allegedly. Jacuzzi says they're huge hypocrites. The boys' clubs are allowed to sow their royal oats, and meanwhile, there was huge gross attention to Diana's virginity. Oh yeah, that was just weird. That whole thing about that, especially when that narrator said that her father and uncle could vouch for her virginity. Oh God, I wanted to puke. I wanted to hurl when I heard that. I'm just like, why are we, why was that a topic for a news story, let alone any conversation outside the family? That was gross. That was. But it happened, and Diana had to get through it. Oh my God, that poor girl. Let me see here. Okay, Blocking Dead. Let me see. I only want Charles to be king so Archie and Elizabeth can get their prince and princess titles. If Willie tries to take it away, the public will be in uproar, of course. Yeah. Blocking Dead, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm totally with you with that. I want the Sussexes to have everything that they want from that family before Willie gets there, because it just seems likely that once Slick Willie gets in there, that it's going to change a lot of things and not for the better. Um, hmm. So yeah, I want that to that just makes sense. Okay, you guys, I think we're good. I think we're good. You guys are going to get out early on good behavior today. Uh, Again, I am so sorry that we started so late today. It won't be as late tomorrow, but it may be an hour or two late. Matter of fact, let me see. I'm going to try to avoid conflicting with the other squatties tomorrow. So let me see, what time are they scheduled for tomorrow? Uh-oh.
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor
Don't mean to do that.
in the breakdown of your marriage?
All right. Okay. So I don't see Anne scheduled for tomorrow. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. And then I don't know, maybe an hour or two later than my usual time, I'll probably schedule. Okay. I hope that works for everybody. And I'll tell my aunt that you all said hi. Let me see. Well, I mean, it's kind of late for some people, right? I think so. Like, for instance, Connie Bomber is not on today because Connie's probably sleeping right now. Hello, Iris. Let me see. Cookies and Cream says, I'll be so happy when all the malfeasance of Mr. Pegmeister comes out. He's a disgusting individual. Karma is going to skin his potato head. Oh, man. Oh, is it 8 p.m. in Tobago? I want to shorten these lives because I think 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Oh, look at somebody's getting clever trying to make conversation. Oh, trying to keep me on here, huh? Well, let me see. I ate breakfast late today. And then when I came home, I had some coffee and a couple of cookies. And I guess I do need to eat something. I didn't really have another meal yet. So I am kind of hungry. So I'm going to go straight to dinner from here. Actually, I don't know what I want for dinner. I got some salmon again. I got those salmons that I had with the like that what is it, hickory, wrapped in that hickory and everything that you put in the oven. I got a couple of those, but I don't think I want that. But yeah, I got more salmon in there. So I may have salmon or something else. Something with rice. I'm picturing rice in my future. Oh, well, B10, I'm so glad you're here. And good luck with your meeting. And we'll see you soon. And I will tell your aunt that you said hi. My aunt, rather, that you said hi. Let me see. It's not live. What was that? Let me see. It's not live. I'm sorry. One more time. Let me see. I know autocorrect is a monster when you're trying to get something out. Hello, Marshall. I haven't seen you for a while. Before you go, Baron, tell us one little story about Europe. Okay, one of my favorite stories from Europe. I'm trying to think something that I haven't told before. Hmm. That should be interesting. Um, Gosh, I don't know. I want to make it something good. Well, what have I not talked about? I mean, it would help if I had photos, right? And I don't have time for that. So, um, okay, I'll try to give you an impression of some place that I've always wanted to go and I couldn't believe I was there. How about that one? And I guess that was when I went to Prague that first time. Well, the only time I went to Prague. Prague and Budapest. I mean, they were just everything that I wanted them to be. I had kind of this weird attraction to all of that, Cold War era stuff back in the the old days of the Cold War. Because we were never supposed to go beyond the Iron Curtain, all I could think of was what's on the other side of the Iron Curtain. And so anything that was like Eastern European, I was just like so drawn to it. But Prague is so beautiful because there's lots of Art Deco, Art Nouveau. There's even those Gothic bridges that they have there, those towers of the bridge. And then there's a big Gothic church up on the hill. And of course, the St. Charles Bridge. I mean, oh my God, it's so beautiful. Love, love, love Prague. Now, Budapest, I went to Budapest before I went to um, Vienna, Vienna, Austria. And because Budapest was part of the Austrian Hungarian Empire, the only way I could describe the two is to say that Budapest looked like an identical twin almost to Vienna, except for it looks like Vienna needed a good bath, if that makes sense. It just wasn't as pristine as Vienna. Vienna is obnoxiously clean. I mean, it's so clean that it would make you anxious. But it's a beautiful city, but it's just so perfect, so perfect that it will bring out anxiety. But and okay, and then of course, all right. On my way to I want to say it was either it was going to Budapest or to Prague. So I had a first class rail pass, right? And when I got on the train, I went straight to like the first or second car because that is where the first class is, right? And so there were all these people that were like standing room only in the steerage compartment, which is my very I guess cruel way of saying not first class passengers, right? So I'm sitting there. You know how they have the booth with the three seats on either side? It's like that little compartment like you see in the movies. I mean, so many of the trains in Europe are like that. So I went into a compartment. I was in there all by myself, right? And I left the curtains open because I was waiting for the porter or whatever to come and look at my ticket, my rail pass. And so I saw a crowd of people walking. I saw a crowd. I see you, Church Nelly. I saw a crowd of people like walking up toward the front of the train. And this is after the train started moving. And this one little kid, I guess I had the first like compartment that had room. The kid points like, "Ma, look." And I'm in there by myself and I'm just like looking at them like, "What? What are you pointing at, kid?" And so she's like, "Keep going, keep going." So they continued. And it was like a whole bunch of people. And I'm just like, weird. It seems like they would have gone to the first car before the train moved, right? Well, next thing I know, I see that same crowd of people walking back in the other direction. I call it the walk of shame. And the reason why they had to go back in the other direction is because they thought since there was no room in the back of the train, well, there's a bunch of empty seats up front. Why don't we go up there and sit down? But you're not first class passengers. Standing room or seated on the floor, it doesn't matter. If you don't pay for that first class ticket, you cannot ride in the front of that train. So they made them go to the back. Oh my God, it was so funny. And they looked so miserable when they went past. And I felt like Queen Latifah in Last Holiday. I promise you, I'm not making this up. I pulled out my CD player because I didn't have a MP3 player at the time. I pulled out my CD player and I put on Nina Simone, I Feel Good, and just rolled my head to the side. And I was like, riff raff. Oh, I felt so empowered in that moment. Here I am, this poor kid from the US, all grown up and riding in the first class rail car for, maybe the second or third time in my life. Oh, it felt empowering. I love that. And and so yeah, as they did their walk of shame back, the, the conductor, the porter, whatever you call him, he's just like pointing, like, keep going, keep going, keep going. And I'm just like, riff raff. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. Yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day. And ooh, and I'm feeling good. Boom, ba boom. I was just like all into the Nina Simone. I'm just like, get out of here, riff raff. Uh Y'all should have bought that first class ticket. What could I tell you? And to be honest with you, I I told you guys that when you buy a ticket, a rail pass, make sure you buy it before you leave home because you get a better discount than you could ever have if you bought one in the other countries. So that's why I was in the first class, and I probably paid about the same price, maybe if not less than what they were paying to ride, in the second class compartment. So it worked out, and I, for the first time in my life, I had never flown first class before. So being on a first class rail ticket, oh, I felt like $1,000,000. I loved, loved, loved it. I'll share some photos with you guys one day from some of the trains that I was on, because even though back in 2007 it wasn't so popular, or 2009 even, it wasn't so popular to do all that vlogging, but I recorded just about everything I ate, every place I went. I took photo after photo, and I always took a photo of the rail cars, the compartments and everything. So it was, I'm sure I have a photo of it. I just got to remember which country I was traveling to and from at that time. But yeah, and because, as I told you guys before, because I was too old for a student discount and I was too young for a senior discount, the only ticket that I could buy was a first class ticket. And I argued, I'm trying to save some money, but the lady told me for that reason, she said, if you don't buy a first class ticket, there's no way we can assure you that you will have a seat because the trains get kind of crowded. And so I could just walk up to any station anywhere with my European rail pass and get a first class ticket. It was well worth it. And once you start the ticket in the morning, at 12:01 a.m., if you catch the train at 12:01 a.m., your day's use of your rail pass does not end until midnight, 24 hours later, or 23 hours and 59 minutes later. If you start at, say, midnight exactly, you got all day to use that rail pass. You can conceivably visit a whole nother city and do a day trip and then get on that last train and go to the next city for the night, or take an overnight train. It depends on how you want to do it. But I just made up the itinerary. I had a general idea, and I said, okay, I'll spend 3 days here, 2 days there, 3 nights here, 2 nights there. And that's how I went about. And I wasn't even planning to go to Budapest, but that was just a last minute thing. All I had to do was just make sure that I was back in Paris to take my return flight in 32 days. So, and in 32 days, I think I went to like 5 or 6 countries, something like that. So yeah, it worked out. Let me see. I wasn't looking at all of the comments here. Yeah, you know what? You're so right. I was literally sitting up here with my eyes closed trying to remember. Oh man, I guilty. I was sitting here with my eyes closed. Um, well, whoever said asked me about Europe, that was a good idea because you see, oh, I remember. That's who asked me. Let me see. Last holiday, the red dress. Well, I wasn't wearing a red dress, not that time. Uh, oh man, but yeah, that really felt good. Let me see here. Baron, have you visited any other continent other than other Europe? Only to South America, Europe, South America, and to Japan. But other than that, I have not been to any other parts of Asia or Africa, or I certainly haven't been to Antarctica. That'd probably be the last place that I go. Now, interestingly enough, when I was in Spain, I wanted to go across to Africa so bad, but my schedule wouldn't allow for it because I had to meet someone in Munich. And so it was just like I had to, decide, do I have time to do this or not? Even if it was just for a couple nights, I wanted to at least go to Morocco. It wasn't possible. So I got that close, but I just didn't have time to go any further. But whenever I do go to Africa, it's going to have to be for at least a month and possibly 2 months because knowing me, I probably will want to get as much in as possible in one trip. So yeah, I would have to do it like that because I usually travel pretty cheap. You know, I'm not adverse to staying at a hostel or something like that. So hostels and cheap hotels. That is how I usually travel. And when I went to Japan, you should have saw this over caffeinated chubby baby boomer crawling up inside of one of those pods to sleep in. It had to have been quite the sight, me trying to crawl up in that pod. But I made it. Oh man. Anyway, thank you so much for your question. But yeah, there are definitely some places that I would like to see in Africa. Especially, I've been looking at so many of those travel programs where you can see the stuff that's available. And I recommend if there's some place that you want to go, anybody, if anybody wants to go somewhere, that is the best way to do it is to immerse yourself in as much information as possible and then buy the ticket. Just buy the ticket. If you buy that ticket, I promise you, you are going to go. First thing is buy the ticket. I know it seems like the last thing to do. It's the first thing to do. Dream it, visualize it, get the information, and then buy that ticket. You won't be sorry. Uh, oh, she's definitely part troll, huh? But not Magoo. Oh, Angela Simmons, hello. Let me see. I'm sorry I'm late to go on replay. Baron, could you play the last video today about the Royal Sussex? It was really, let me see. The last video today. Let me see. Let me see. What did you mean, like one of the ones that I showed here, or you mean like let me see, let me read that again. Could you play the last video today about Royal Sussex? Oh, oh yeah, 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 yeah. I haven't done that one yet. I haven't done that one. If you're talking about the I'm guessing you're talking about the Duchess Meghan video or the what's the other one? Oh, the Ginger Avenger. I haven't done either one of those yet. Which, you know what, you guys, I think we're gonna get out of here soon. Let me look at some more of your comments. Let me see. What a surprise at this time. I have to replay. Just got home from work. Well, yeah, I had a doctor's appointment today, dental appointment today. So that is why I'm on so late. It just didn't make sense to try to go on early. And then when I got there, I was too early for the appointment, unfortunately. So I had to wait. Uh, ooh, somebody else is saying that, huh? Well, I'm gonna have to go and look at that because I haven't heard anything about that. And I'm just like, ooh, that sounds kind of deep. So I need to investigate that one. Ooh, that is going to be something. Let me see. I haven't taken a cruise. And you know what, Juliet, I promise you, I was talking about that last night. Now, okay, you know me, I'm kind of an old soul. I always like to do stuff that old people like to do. Matter of fact, I am kind of old myself at this point. So rather than taking a cruise ship, I would prefer to take an ocean liner and go from what is it Belfast? Not Belfast, wherever the QE2. I want to go from there to New York so that I can go into the harbor and see the Statue of Liberty the same way that people used to do back in the old Ellis Island days. I would say my ancestors, but I don't think that any of my ancestors arrived here that way. So I can't really say that, but I can't really say like my ancestors did, but like other people's ancestors did. I thought it would be so interesting to make that visit to New York. But, but if I want to really enjoy those beautiful nights in the Caribbean, then it would only make sense to do a 7 or 14 day cruise in the Caribbean. That makes so much more sense. So, yeah, I guess I would be leaning toward the Caribbean because trying to do that Atlantic crossing is so much more expensive. And it's also a little more formal than trying to do something in the Caribbean. So, um, I don't know. I have to think about that one. But yeah, at some point I will do that. I just picture myself sitting there in my stateroom and sitting on the balcony and looking at the moonlit sky and the breeze and listening to all the drunks outside the door and everything. Sounds like fun to me. I probably won't drink a lot when I do go. When I do take a cruise, I don't tend to drink a lot when I travel. I like to keep sharp and see what everybody up to around me. You know what I mean? That's that old, old school grown up in the US African American reaction to things. I want to see what everybody's doing around me. Thank you for your comment. Let me see. If Harry really is starting an investigation, blah, 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 he's telling his family. Hmm. Ooh. Marshar, the only thing that bothers me about this is that I would prefer that we not know that that's what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just better that way because once people know that something like that is happening, which we don't know for sure, I imagine, but once people find out for sure, then it tends to, um, people tend to go back undercover, and I don't know. I just think it's better if if the people who need to be looked into are caught off guard. So I went to Iceland to meet and is it Eskimo lady? It was the best experience. I told her I have Native American in me, and she was so happy she never met an Afro American. Great. Meet her family. She gave me a whole what's that? Well blogger? Well blubber. Was it blubber? She gave me well blubber. Well, nothing says I care like well blubber. Well, no, that's an interesting story. I've always wanted to go to Iceland. Oh, I want to go to Iceland so bad. I want to see the aurora borealis and all that stuff. I want to see like the volcanic activity and yeah. I never made it to Greece either. I wanted to go to Greece and I didn't make it. I was supposed to go to New Zealand before the pandemic and well, anyway, that didn't happen. Yeah, I tell you, if I ever won the lottery, you guys, I would just, oh, I would just disappear. Um, for over a month now, not enjoying the mosquito. Oh, okay. I ain't going. I hate mosquitoes and sandflies. Flies love to bite me. No, I'm just kidding. I'd probably still go, but um, I'm okay with any place as long as there's an air conditioner when I need to sleep. When I need to sleep, I prefer air conditioning. That is my only admonition is that I must have air conditioning. Without that, no deal. Let me see. Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense, but still, okay. Well, Sheila James. I'm sorry. I keep saying Sheila. Is it Shella? Shella James? That makes more sense. That makes way more sense, I think. Because that other way that it was put, I'm just like, that sounds a bit strange to me. I mean, if it was more like everybody else was saying, I would just think that we wouldn't hear about it. I mean, but something like that. I was just looking at one of I think it was CNN or MSNBC, where they said that presidents often will go back into the archives. They will look at top secret material when they need to source information to write a book. And so for Harry to, and I literally just heard that the other day. So for Harry to do something similar to write his book makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. But if something like that were really going on, I'm like, oh my God, could you believe how much of a firestorm that would cause? That's why that kind of makes me a little skittish when I hear that. So I'm gonna have to look into it because I haven't heard anything about it. Would make. Oh yeah, exactly, exactly. That's why I'm just like, huh? It's got to be something more to that. There's got to be way more to it. The Greek bathrooms. Please tell me it's not one of those little dishes in the floor. I have never used one of those, and I don't. As far as I'm telling you, you guys, I'm not much of a prude. I'm not a prude, but there's certain things that I need in other places. And a toilet is one of them. I got to have a toilet. You know how they have those signs that say Western toilets? It better be. It better be. Now, if I'm out somewhere, I'm out somewhere. But when I get back to the hotel, I need to have a Western toilet. Okay? That is something that is required. If I'm spending the night under the stars in a tent, fine. But if I'm, paying for a hotel room, I got to have an air conditioner and I got to have a toilet. Uh oh, yeah, see what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like that. But you know what? Um, if you've ever used the restroom on a train, then you know that some people's aim is not as good as others. So there's really no place that's that safe. So yeah, okay. Okay. Well, in Amsterdam, they have those outdoor urinals where the guys can go and stand, literally with their back to the public and take a whiz in these outdoor urinals. Let's see here. Really? Okay, I have not experienced that yet. Of course, I can stand up if I need to. But yeah, I haven't experienced that yet. And see, I get a bit of a traveler's stomach because pretty much I eat everything that doesn't eat me first. So I have a bit of a traveler's stomach situation. So I need to have, someplace quiet to retreat to at the end of the day, or at the very least at the end of the flight. Oh, man. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see. Squatting over a hole in the ground would be a tragedy to me because no. Please stop making me visualize stuff, Marshar. I don't want to think about that. Wait a minute, my knees might give out. Uh oh man. What? I mean, they have them all over Amsterdam. You know what they say? When in Europe, do what the Europeans do. So I did what they do. I did or do. Let me see. Vienna and Salzburg. I've only been to Wien. I've never been to Salzburg. Let me see. And when I was in Vienna, I walked that whole Ringplatz or whatever they call that street, the Ringplatz. I walked that Ringplatz around the center of the city. Vienna is beautiful. Oh, it was a youth hostel. I love the youth hostels. I do. It's a lot of that youth and energy and stuff like that. It helps keep me motivated to be more active and outgoing. Just take a visit to Montecito to use one of those 16 bathrooms or two in the guest house. Yeah, if they'd let me on the grounds, I would go. Let me see. Oh, well, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Okay, you guys. Yeah, it has become. It's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. The strange. Let me see. The strange, the bizarre, and the unexpected. Ripley's Believe It or Not. The strange, the bizarre, and the unexpected. Or is it the strange, the bizarre, and the inebriated? Or is it the strange, the bizarre, or the liars? Or obsessed? Maybe it's the obsessed. It's one of those. I forget how they say it. Let me see. Keep up with everyone. Those podcasts coming along. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And I always say I'm going to try to shorten it. And next thing I know, how many times you've heard me say, "What have I been talking about for 2 hours?" But next thing you know, 2 hours has come and gone. Okay, you guys, we haven't even ginged the bench, and this is like a post ginger binge talk. So I am going to say goodnight to you guys. We are going to ginger binge. Or actually, why don't we start off with Meghan tonight instead of ginger binge? We'll start off with Meghan and then ginger binge. And anyway, as per usual, love to our faves, our queen of everything, Queen Doria, right? And our Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana. I'm so glad Diana has her voice in this moment. I am so glad for that. Okay. Good night, Elaine Parker. Thank you for. It's kind of late for you, right? Yeah. Well, thank you for staying. Let me see. Good night, squatties. Good night. Okay. Oh, let me find. Okay, let us find Duchess Princess Meghan. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Why did that happen? Let's see. Okay, here we go, you guys. Thank you so much. Love you guys. Good night. Do dooby doo doo dooby dooby doo doo wah. Do dooby doo boo booby dooby doo doo wah. Oh man. I thought y'all were leaving. Oh well, I'm still here too. The calls are coming from inside the house. Haven't used that one in a while. The calls are coming from inside the palace. It's much easier. Creepy little man. I know, right? Philip, I knew I see Philip, Philip. Philip. Oh. Mm-mm-mm. I know. Yeah, it's time to say goodnight, you guys. I don't even feel like making a thumbnail. I just threw one of the old ones on there. What difference does it make? I'll make another one later. All right. Okay, good night, you guys. I'm going to go make something for dinner. I don't know yet. I'll figure out something. And then tomorrow, I got to get up early. Remember, there are no leaks in Montecito. There are no leaks. So don't forget, you guys, no leaks in Montecito. All right. Good night, Carolyn. Good night, Jackie. Good night, Cookies and Cream. All right, let me see. Yes, bye to you too. Yes, I am going to make a note of that. And next time, please remind me where to find that note. Oh, well, if you use the same thumb I guess it's a profile picture, then that'll make it easy for me, right? You know I won't forget. How could I forget? Right, Lydia? Thank you. You too. Have a blessed night. Okay, and broadcast.